Welcome back to Alpha Mods, everybody. So today marks the journey of new wheels for my ride. So right outside, we got a brand new delivery, and I'm really excited to get these opened up here, because I have not even seen them yet for the first time. So let's go ahead and get this started. At least get one opened up here. Might take a little bit of, doing, but we can make that happen. Long story short, people are going to be asking why, why you would want to use the same style. Well, to me, these wheels are iconic, and I truly believe that they're probably some of the best looking wheels for the Alfa Romeo. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with that rather than going with something different or aftermarket. I'm just going to change color. So I think this is going to be a great addition, and these fit all pretty much Stelvio and Giulia in pretty much any size or any different model. They're not staggered. You can get them staggered if you'd like, but these are the 65.1 center bore and the 110/5 lug, so they're perfectly designed to fit this car without any issues or problems. I'm going to take them down to discount tires to let them be balanced and mounted, and we'll see you guys later in the video once they're all put together. I am going to weigh them first, and then we're going to put them on and do a little shoot. So super excited about that. Okay, so we got the wheels and everything packaged. About to put my son in his car seat, and we're about to get this on the car. So yeah, as you can see, I'm super excited. Okay, Bob. Okay, so we just showed up at Discount Tires, and we got them all ready and set up in the car. So now I got to find a scale so I can get some weight on these. I should have done that before I put the tires on, but I got overly excited and kind of just took it in anyway. So we will just have to go from here. Okay, finally, Jesus. All right, so around 50.4. That's what I'm getting with this. And this is with the Bridgestone Forenza tires. This is the tire spec here is, oh, the wheel spec, sorry about that. The wheel spec here is 19 by 8.5. And then we're running the, I believe, 245, 35, 19. So same front size as the QB. Alrighty, guys. So I might as well just take the time to try to make this before the big reveal, make this into a little bit of an informative video here. So I want to talk about what challenges I ran into when I was doing this basic swap, because most of the time you don't think about it and it's just like, okay, well, you put new TMPS and you throw them on and you're good to go. With the Alfa Romeo, it's not necessarily like that. Some of the OE style, or if you get OE ones, will sync up at the 433 hertz. That's what it takes to communicate with a radio frequency hub module. So if you go get brand new TMPS, you're good to go. Just drop them in there and your car will sync up. But you definitely want to write down the serial numbers just in case you do run into some problems. Because, for example, I bought some brand new ones off Amazon. They were not the OEM ones, but they were the same 433 frequency, hertz, sorry. They did not sync up. And I used the serial number on that, and I went into multi-ECU scan, and there's a little option there that asks for the input, and you can sync those up that way if you really run into that issue. Because a lot of the times people are like, oh, well, it doesn't sync up. I have the TMPS now like lit up all over my dash. What am I going to do about that? And they end up going to the dealership, and they charge them $200 just to sync up something that could be done in like 10 minutes with MES. So there's that to pay attention to. Again, if you do go by the OEM TMPS, you're good. Just drop them in there. Don't worry about it. Or you could do what I also did, because I've done this so many different times back and forth, but one of the times I ended up taking my original TMPS that came in my original wheels, and I just swapped those over. So that can save a lot of headache right there. All you have to do is just take your original OEM TMPS and swap them over, pending that there's not damage or there's no problems or anything like that. That's honestly going to be probably the best option for most people. But I just wanted to let you guys know because whenever I dropped in those Amazon ones and I turned on the car and the TMPS was on and I drove for a little bit and it did not resolve itself, I was like, wow, that's a lot of work and a lot of effort. And then to have to remove the tires again, to put on different things, it's too much. So best thing you can do, OEM ones, drop them in your next wheel set, and you should be good to go. And just for a second, I do want to talk about weight difference because it honestly does matter. And earlier in the video, I had a little clip where I was showing how much my wheels weighed with the tires, and that ended up being 50.4 pounds. So, I mean, in all reality, yes, these are reps, and where you can get them is kind of out in the open. I mean, there's lots of different sources where you can get these reps. Madness Auto Works does sell these wheels as well if you want to get them in the OEM gray style. And I'll probably put a link, an affiliate link below if you guys want to check that out. But gloss black is kind of one of those you got to look around to find because they're not always there. And mine are gloss black, but again, it took a while to find these, and now we're at this point. But anyway, back to my entire point. In the last clips, it was 50.4. And if you look at what the weight of like actual OEM, because they're not forged, the 5 holes are not forged even on the QV. Only the Technos are the magnesium, and they're special compound to be super lightweight. But even on the OEM ones, they're not that much of a weight difference. So again, mine is 50.4, and the OEM ones were 55 in the rear and 51 in the front. And this is per tire, or per wheel with tires. So they're really right there. So if you guys are looking for something cheap and something that looks really, really good, then definitely check out getting some replicas, because you can save a lot of money and you're not saving very much weight. And in my opinion, from what I've seen, because I had previous reps, 18-inch ones before I got these, they freaking lasted. Like, those things, you could hit a pothole, it wouldn't bend. And one of the biggest complaints that we have online constantly is people bending their OEM wheels, and you just see it left and right. But these reps somehow manage to have better integrity. I'm not going to say that they're better quality, but as far as the structure, they seem to be doing better. So definitely worth your time. I also do want to note that I planned on keeping these wheels for a long time, and I really wanted to do this concept of like, let's throw on gloss white and have this kind of really interesting Misano blue with gloss white concept. But it's just, now this video is being made a little bit in the future just because things have got a little wonky as far as like my health wasn't doing so good, so I had to put a pause to my videos. But everything seems to be going great now, and now that I'm completely aware of what's happening in the current situation, there is something awesome coming, and these wheels are great and everything else like that, but there's something even cooler coming to this channel, and I can't wait to throw those on, and there'll be an entire video about that as well. But don't want to spoil things, I just still want to show off what's going on here, but there is going to be more to come, that's for sure. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I am so excited now that I got my center caps on. We got them from Madness Auto Works. They look so good, and they match up with the GTA front badge and rear badge that we got going on there. But man, guys, I am just so in love with these wheels. They look so good in person in gloss black. And it just has a different dimension that you can't really see on camera as much, but just having that gloss black looks absolutely stunning. And I'm just so happy with the profile. I know the car needs to come down a little bit, and I'll get to that eventually. But man, I'm just over the moon here with how everything looks. I mean, that's beautiful. All the carbon looks great, and I think I finally got a nice little theme going here. I probably am going to do gloss black with these wheels, but that's going to be in a future video and at another point in time. I do want to point out, however, this is a square setup, but it looks staggered because I have 15mm spacers in the rear, also from Madness. So I had to find a little place in the shade because the sun was just overwhelming. So hopefully you can still see the car back there. But I'm just so over the top, like excited with these new wheels, and I'm really, really glad that I did them. Getting to the 19-inch wheels is definitely a huge upgrade over the 18s that I had before. I just am so excited that, we made it this far and that this channel is growing how it is. Right behind me, we have another vehicle that we're going to be working on this channel, as well as a Camaro. So we've got tons of stuff in stored. I appreciate you guys so much as subscribers. And, it doesn't take too long, but if you can just give me a click, give me a like, give me a sub, it really helps out. And I can keep doing these videos for the future. And we can keep modding and we can keep making things super cool together. So, as always, I appreciate you guys so much. Alpha Mods out.